welcome back to Harrison Family Farm. It is a warm and beautiful Sunday here in Kansas City, and I'm actually just kind of looking around the yard, the farm, and trying to decide what things I need to tackle and what's going to be priority. One thing I know for sure is that our male goat, who is actually right here in front of me, has found a way or a loophole in my fencing, and so he has gotten out, and in doing so, this little fella actually ate up my strawberry plants. And so, which also, brings up another thing that I need to solve for, which is putting some type of barrier up around our garden. Here's our garden here, as you guys will recall and have seen several times. I actually need to get in here and do some cleaning. There's some grass trying to grow in here amongst our tomatoes and our peppers and some weeds as well. But look here, that right there used to be a strawberry plant, and if you guys remember, it was one of my newer ones that I just got that already had budding strawberries on it. He also did a pretty good number on my other strawberry plant, which is right here. I'll zoom in so you guys can see, but not that much. But yeah, he ate that one down pretty good too. Really hating that he did that, but what can you do? And what's crazy is I have to give credit where credit is due. Angela told me to put something up around it, but for the longest time, they never showed interest in it. And in fact, the strawberries were the only thing that he chose to eat. So it must be something about them that they find attractive and like. But I'm going to just eliminate that risk and put a barrier up. I think what I'm going to do is get some T-posts from Feldman's and then run some electrical wire around the perimeter of the garden. And one thing I want to be mindful to do is to give myself enough space to move about it while inside the perimeter barrier that I'm going to put up. And that should actually be pretty easy. As you guys can see, the garden is right up against the front of the cow pen. So I have ready access to, if you can see that yellow insulator right there, to the Energizer. And so powering this should be pretty easy. It should really just be a matter of dropping a few T-posts into the ground and then running the wire around the perimeter on the T-post. Another thing I'm going to be looking at while I'm at Feldman's. Another thing I'm going to be looking at while at Feldman's is their wire. I showed you guys before and previously how on my fencing that I do H braces at the corners and at the openings for like gates and things like that. And so I'm out on my wire that I use to reinforce those H braces. And that's actually why I've kind of pushed pause or have had to push pause on the progress of the fence. I got a few places, one where a gate is that I've showed you guys previously, and then also a termination post on the corner that need wiring or need some wire to be installed or for the H braces to completely be installed. So that's another thing I'll be looking to do. Maybe not actually completing that today, but just getting prepared because the time of the year is among us. And if that's what I'm going to do, I need to be actively working towards it. And then another thing I wanted to do when I mentioned getting those T-posts, I really want to explore the option of opening up what I already have available or fenced in to the cows. I'm really hoping that to be beneficial to my hay bill, or what I call my hay bill, which is my expense to feed the cows. As you guys know, I've had the goats on this particular part of the land for the last several weeks. And so it's a nice size, and I really think that it could have a positive beneficial impact on helping reduce the amount of hay I have to buy for the cows. The only reason I've been hesitant before is because the way it's currently fenced in is not completely enclosed. And my thought is to possibly run some barbed wire to just kind of bridge the gap of what's currently open and not fully enclosed. I'm not totally sure about how I want to go about doing that, but I know it's a thought I had and have had before, and I really want to look to explore it just because I really think that as it stands, I have enough land fenced in for the most part that it could sustain them for at least a little bit of time. I'm curious to even know what that time frame looks like. So that's something I'm going to be looking to explore as well. But beyond that, what I'm going to do is kind of get things in order and get ready to run the Feldman's to get the supplies that I need. Another thing I'm going to be looking for at Feldman's, if you got, my mind is just going, sorry guys, but I just thought that another thing I'm going to be looking at least pricing while I'm at Feldman's, is blades for this brush hog. Here in a minute, I'm gonna to find something to lay on. The ground is really wet. We got some rain, but I'm gonna get down there with a measuring tape, measure my blades, and then go to Feldman's and see if they have that size in stock, and just kind of price them and see what they look like. I've casually browsed online, and it looks like, from what I've seen on average, you can get a pair, which is two, for under $100, and so that's not too bad. We'll see what the pricing is like here locally, because it would be nice to be able to, just go to the store and get them off the shelf, but we shall see. But yeah, guys, without further ado, I'm going to get to, like I said, getting those measurements and take a look around at some other things too, to see if I might need to re-up on any kind of other supplies while at Feldman's. Oh, again, my mind's going. So I just thought that another thing we're going to be looking for is some type of commercial grade or something insecticide. I sprayed our yard and our grass many times this year, or tried to treat it in different ways as well, to alleviate just all the flies. Now, granted, we do have animals, so they do contribute to the attraction of them, but even in the front of the house, lateral foot, field, and otherwise, we still see a lot of insects, a lot of flies, a lot of other things, and just looking for a product that's going to help, at least tamp that down, if not, eliminate it altogether. We have future ambitions of having different events outside, and so nobody wants to be annoyed, bothering, bit up, ate up by some pesky mosquitoes. So that's another thing we're going to be looking for. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm about to get ready to get things together to go and see what all I need while there. That way I'm not impulse buying. You can It is much later in the day. Me and the family actually made it out to Feldman's. We did get a lot of what I mentioned, but not quite all. I don't know if I mentioned to you. No, I know I mentioned to you guys before that I wasn't sure they were going to have the tractor blades, and they didn't. They only looked to have one particular set, which was not what I needed. And so I'm just going to take my search for that online, and I don't think they'll be hard to find. The truth behind that, though, is I actually did measure the brush hog blades before going, but it looked like Feldman's only offered one size, and they didn't look like the one that I needed. So there's that. I also did make one change to the list of the things I was going to get. I ended up not getting T-posts. I ended up getting just step-in posts instead. And I really did that because of the ease of it. I'm going to need some type of makeshift gate or door to enter or access the garden. And I didn't want to have to pull a T-post out the ground every time to do that. And so that's kind of why I went in the direction of just a step-in post. I'm trying to, oh yeah, I put them over here. I was looking for them, but I forgot where I put them at. And so I got in my mind kind of what I want to do as far as the layout of those. I haven't all the way figured out my entrance and exit point. I do, like I mentioned, kind of want like a gate door style or something like that to be able to enter. So I'm gonna mess around with it a bit and see what I come up with. Well, let me guys show you the garden real quick. Besides the strawberries, I know I focused on that earlier, but let me show you the other plants. As you guys can see, they look to be doing pretty good. Some of our tomatoes right here. And that tomato plant, I think it's the biggest thus far. And then we got our little ones. They're doing really good. If you guys remember, they were teeny tiny at first when we got them. And then here's our peppers, which are also doing really well. I got to get this weed out of here. Oh, it's got some pricklies on it, so I have to put some gloves on first. But yeah, peppers are doing good. That one's actually budding. If you can see it right there. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, guys, everybody's doing well. And don't forget over here, I forgot what we got. Some cabbage, some watermelon, and cantaloupe over here, I believe it is. And so they look to be doing good too. Our peanuts, which is basically in the center of the dirt here, they haven't sprouted yet. So yeah, we'll wait to see what they do and when that takes place. But yeah, guys, I'm about to kind of lay out what I want to do as far as these posts and try to make me a door and an entrance and exit, and I'll check back in. Okay. So that's it on my wire. I might have some more, but I'm gonna have to terminate this one. I think I like it. I need to run me one more piece of wire, and what that's going to do is act as the energizer off the cow's pen to this garden area. I'm gonna get me a. I don't know. This looks kind of low on this side. I might add one more row of wire on this side. Just this side in particular. Everything else looks all right. The ground kind of slopes that way, and so with this being a hill on this side, it makes that wire not as high. We'll see. I won't rush to do it right now, but it is something that I'm considering. But anyway, I got one more wire to run, and it's going to be the wire that's coming from the cow pen to energize the garden area. But I need to go grab one of those energizing handles, the yellow ones. I think I got plenty, so just a matter of locating where I put them last. So I'm going to go grab that, and then I think we'll be pretty much ready to energize this bad boy. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I got my hook. This is what I was talking about if I didn't make it clear. You put your wire on this side, and then wherever you're connecting to, it latches on just like this. Pretty simple stuff. Just now trying to determine where I'm going to attach to. Not going to use or waste a whole bunch of wire. So, thinking I'm going to attach somewhere over in here. Sorry. I think I'm going to attach somewhere over in here. Is what my thought is. And so I don't need a whole lot of wire. And so it is now live and connected. I do have my fence tester here, my electric fence tester here. Just something I got off of Amazon. And let's see what our reading is. So I don't know if you guys can see, but it's hitting at 7,000 volts. So that's where we want to be. And that's the highest that this voltage tester can read. So we are good there. It is energized. And yeah, hopefully that protects our garden. Like I said, for whatever reason, this looks a little low to me. Um, I don't know. I might put another wire there. I'm not sure yet. Hey y'all, real quick. This has got to be the smallest frog I've ever seen. Isn't that guy so small? You see him hopping around? Let's see if I can zoom in. I zoomed in and lost him. Hold on. There he is. Yeah, guys, sorry I don't have my mic on or anything, but that was very much impromptu. I was just out here actually getting ready to start my day. It's, what, Tuesday morning? And so I just seen that little frog and thought I'd share it with you because it was the smallest one I've ever seen before. Back to our video. All right, guys, so it's actually one more thing I wanted to do while I had this electrical wire and tools out. And as I mentioned to you guys earlier, that pesky boy goat of ours has gotten out. And one of the, I don't know exactly where he's getting out at. Like I mentioned to you guys before, I haven't seen him get out myself. But a point of vulnerability that I know I have is right here that I want to go ahead and patch up. And I'll actually show it to you guys real quick. Right here in this corner, you see this opening? Well, there's no hot wire there. And I've seen him put his head through it before. I don't know that he can fit his whole body through it. And actually, a moment ago, when I thought I was recording, the mama female goat stuck her head through it too. I don't know that they can fit through it, but it's a clear and open opening to me. So I want to go ahead and put some hot wire there. I only have the one that you see up top. And that's because initially I only had cows in here, for those of you that don't know. And so there was no need for the low wires. Along the rest of this back wall, I actually already ran lower hot wires, as you see here, but I stopped here because I had this blockade here and didn't think it was really necessary. I see that's not true, and so I'm gonna go ahead and run 2 more strands of wire just in the middle of both of those openings right there, just to go ahead and deter them from trying to take any chances of getting out that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some insulators installed. I should only need 2, and then I'll run a piece of wire to connect them and tie it all in. And then, so yeah, I'll check in with you guys in a sec. Hey guys, I'm ashamed to say it, but it is now Wednesday. Excuse me. A week has just really has gotten by me. It's been busy to say the least. The kids started camp this week, and so getting them to and fro, and then also and starting camp, they both got sick this week, and so tending to them, in addition to Angela getting sick, in addition to the baby getting sick, it's just been a mess. So with that, I hadn't been able to record, haven't been able to kind of tend to some of the things around here that I wanted to, but just now I just really wanted to hop on and kind of close out the video. Really, I'm getting ready to water the garden. It's been a few days since I watered it last, and we haven't gotten any rain here lately. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It's pretty cool out. I've always been told to water the garden when it's cooler in the day, so I'm able to do that. And then I'm also going to go ahead and get the animals fed for the evening as well. But let me go ahead and get my little sprinkler nozzle on my water hose, and let's see if we can't go ahead and water our plants. All right, guys, we now got all the plants sprayed down. And so then also, I noticed one of our peppers. You guys see it right there? If you guys can see this garden bed, it's horrible. I got to get in here and do some cleaning. And so that's going to be in the near future for me. About that, my mic died. Hopefully you guys can hear me well now, but I was just showing you guys that we had a pepper that has come up, and I'll show you guys again real quick. Right there. So that's pretty awesome. We already got a pepper sprouting. Tomatoes are doing exceptionally well. You can see the larger one here is the one that we actually got from that pop-up that K-State had, and then the ones in the rear are some ones we got from a customer, and you can see they're really doing well because they were itty-bitty when we first got them here. So it's doing well. Also, you can see that it's really dirty in there as far as there's grass and weeds in there, so I'm going to get in there and clean it out. It won't be today, but that is in my near future, no doubt. I will come over here to look at the plants that we most recently planted, and they too are doing well as far as I can see. And so there you go. But yeah, so far the plants are looking really good in the garden, and I am just so happy to report that. We're still waiting on peanuts and a few other things to sprout, and so that should be happening in the coming weeks. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to hop on real quick and close out the video. Like I said, the week kind of got away from me. Some things came up or whatever the case may be. But leave me. You alright, dude? I don't know what's going on with Duke. But anyway, leave me a comment down below. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. We look forward to seeing you in the next video, guys. Peace.